Hi, my name is Swapnil Manish, and today I'm going to talk a little bit about myself. I'm an engineer and an MBA in finance by training, and my career is a story of two halves. In the first half, I was this transaction focused investment banker working with large investment banks like BNP Paribas, Bank of America, Deutsche Bank. And in these stints, I advised mid to large size corporates, the top management of such companies, on transactions such as M&A, IPOs, equity offerings, convertible bond offerings, private equity transactions. The focus was on executing the transactions. In the second half of my career, I became more entrenched in the startup ecosystem. I co-founded and ran two startups of my own, where I led the product vision. I ran the operations on the ground, so gained a lot of operational insights. I devised marketing strategies and ran them. I oversaw technology. I ran the product management side. I led fundraising and successfully raised funds for both my startups. Apart from that, I also helped entrepreneurs and large shareholders of other startups and other smaller businesses. I helped them create business plans, investor presentations, go-to-market, help them devise go-to-market strategy, help them with other kind of business strategies, and basically make them investment ready. And I also took them to investors such as venture capital investors and angel investors in some cases. So what this has done is these two different type of experiences has made me a more well-rounded financial consultant. Initially, my core areas were M&A, but over the last few years, I've become very adept at creating business plans, taking inputs from different business functions and encapsulating them in a financial model, in a business plan. Also help them with analysis, etc. My strengths have always been the financial modeling, valuation, analysis heavy work, but because of my varied experiences, I've become adept at understanding the entire business, all the business functions, and how each of them interplay and how that helps shape a business plan. The type of projects as a freelancer that I'd like to take up would include three types. One would be where companies are looking at a financial planning and analysis kind of work. It would include cash flow planning and forecasting. It would include budgeting, capital planning. It will include creating these business plans. So that's one kind of work. The other kind of work would be where companies are looking at transaction execution services. Now those transactions could be an M&A transaction, it could be a fundraising transaction like an IPO, it could be a valuation exercise, it could be a due diligence exercise, it could be where they're looking to create information memorandum for an upcoming debt or equity fundraise. It could be a viability analysis where they're looking to set up a project somewhere else. So that's the second kind. The third kind is where companies are looking to set up MIS, management information systems, and they're looking to identify key metrics which help them run their business more efficiently, more profitably, help them deploy their capital more efficiently. As a freelancer, there are bound to be times where you'll have disagreements with various stakeholders, and as a freelancer, as part of as a freelancer, you will have to manage them on their own. So I believe two things have worked for me in the past. One is really intently listen to what the other stakeholder has to say, take their feedback, listen, completely hear them out. Don't try to think a solution while they are still giving them their feedback. That's the first thing. Secondly, be flexible in your approach. Whatever approach you're taking, don't be hung up onto the original solution that you had come up with. I believe if you can combine the two, your flexibility as well as your intent to hear the feedback out, by combining the two, you can come up with a solution which is acceptable to all stakeholders. That's what I believe. Thank you.